So I'm here today at the HPC User Forum, and with me is Merle Giles, who many of you may know or not, but certainly has been in the HPC community for a long time, and has a new book out, Industrial Applications of High Performance Computing. And I thought you would take a moment to tell us a little bit about what the book is and why it's important.
John, I thank you very much for getting together, and we just literally got this in our hands, maybe 2 days ago or something like that. So finally got it. It's been a couple years putting this together, and the reason we wanted to write a book about industry use of HPC is because there aren't many documented stories. Now, we serve industry directly in my program at NCSA. I've learned there are a handful of other HPC centers in the world that do some of this, and we've had a group of those centers get together to talk about the unique challenges to serving industry directly. Those include HRLRS in Stuttgart, it includes KISTI in South Korea, includes Amsterdam, includes Sweden, but you can almost count these on a couple hands. So what we've done is used those relationships to tell some stories. We have 40 contributors, 11 countries are represented. They're not maybe all the ones, it's not inclusive necessarily, but it begins to tell a story to non-technical people as to why we care about industrial HPC. Non-technical because I want my wife to be able to read this and actually make sense of it, but I also don't want to embarrass ourselves in front of a technical group like we have here at the IDC HPC User Forum. So when I say we, the co-editors are Anwar Oseiran from Amsterdam's center and me. He's the one who convinced me to get involved in this process. So a little bit of a labor of love, friends, communities that are distinctly trying to serve industry in that way. So this tells that story. There's an introduction to HPC for those who don't know what that is. And we have some technical pieces to this, and just delighted to get the story out because the decision makers in companies, the decision makers in government, many of the decision makers at universities and so forth, they don't all have an understanding of how industry uses HPC. So this would help with that understanding in ways. Lots of technical books published, lots of deeply technical, vendor-driven, here's what happened, how HPC came about and so forth, but not from the perspective of industry. So case studies, stories, repeatable.
So my thought here is it's not only valuable for those decision makers in industry who may not know HPC, but I would think as a reflection back to the HPC community to say, look, here are ways in which industry is using your technology. You should think about more ways of collaboration. Is that, sort of true or no?
Collaboration is true. Some of the work that we have done, and in fact that had won an HPC Wire Award last year, was some collaboration around commercial codes.
Okay.
We need a community to be able to do these things. In the classified world, which is really the history, the defense-oriented modeling and simulation that has been going on since World War II, really, that drove a lot of work that didn't see the light of day, and still does, in fact. So the more open commercial codes matter because everybody uses those. And we do need collaboration because the ISVs want to protect their IP. We don't really want to put government funding into that, but if we can collaborate and help those codes ramp up into the new architectures that we have today, everybody wins.
Okay, so it's available today, I believe, is that right?
It is available at the CRC Press website.
Okay.
It's also available at Amazon.com. I put in my name under books and it popped up, so I a happy guy at the moment.
All right. Well, thank you very much for for the time, and good luck with the book. It sounds like something that will be very useful. Good to see you.
It's a pleasure. Thank you.